What's up, folks? Hey, sorry for the delay there. Just trying to get a few things together here before we get started for today's training. Let me go ahead and mute out my phone here. I know Candace is going to be joining us here in just a few moments as well. I think she's actually on another call. And let me set up my screen here just real quick. So hopefully everybody's having a wonderful, had a wonderful weekend. I know today's Sunday, getting ready to start the week tomorrow, which would be Monday. And again, a lot's been going on over the last few days. Just a lot of production. Still, things are moving really, really quickly. And I know I see a lot of new names here in the list. And so welcome aboard to all the new people that just joined us. Guys, we got some really exciting things that we're going to be continuing to do going forward through the summer months. I know it's funny. It's like springtime, so it's gonna be summertime here in a minute. So I'm just really excited about what's been happening. And so what we're gonna do today, guys, we want to kind of keep it a little simple for you guys in terms of we kind of want to hear from what you guys are, some of the questions that you might have. So I know my wife is online, and definitely go to the Q&A and ask some questions, and we're going to be able to answer a few questions that you might have, especially for some of the new people. But what I'm going to do real quick is just talk a little bit about being creative when it comes to your business. When it comes to marketing, and this is really goes for people that are marketing offline and online. I think probably more online, because I know a lot of you guys, of course, you're on the internet watching this, whether on YouTube or on the Google Hangout. There's a lot of different ways on how you want to be different from everybody else. You can't quite be the same. You got to be able to show people who you are, and I know that's what we've done. I know Candace does that. A lot of other leaders in TLC are doing the exact same thing. So you guys, you got to do you got to use those fundamental practices to get more traction to your business, because that's really what we're doing. And so what I'm going to talk about really quick, I'm just going to jump right into it. This is actually a presentation from one of our previous trainings that we did, I think it was last year, and it's just about being more creative. It's something that you really got to really do. You got to strengthen that muscle in terms of being creative, because that's what attracted you to typically probably the person who you enrolled under. Maybe it was somebody that you already had a relationship with, but if you want to bring in a lot more people in masses, you got to be more unique, meaning that you got to be more creative, a more creative approach when you're trying to market. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm just going to jump right over into a particular training that I did, which the title of it is basically being more creative. Hold on one second. Let me pull up another window here, and we'll get this thing started. Hold on one second. Okay, I think we're ready. All right, so give me a second here, and I'll move over my screen here. Okay, hope you guys can see that. So what we're going to do real quick, let me mute out my line here. Okay, all right. So again, if you have some questions, of course, we're going to take some time. I know Candace will be here shortly, and as well, and so we'll be able to answer some questions here at the end. But I'm going to run through this really quickly, guys. Being more creative, guys, really made the difference in our success on the internet, period. We didn't just were born creative, but it's something that you cultivate. It's something that you strengthen. It's something that you learn. And a lot of what we learn, I know my wife and I, we are very good copycats. We do a lot of ideas that we come up with are usually ideas from other people, that we might take that idea and even kind of flip it and kind of make it our own. That's what we do all the time. We've always done it, and I'm pretty sure that we'll continue to do the same thing. So what we're going to talk about is why be creative? Well, one, it helps to separate you from other marketers. Yeah, we're all in the same business. We're all part of the same company. However, we're all competitors of each other, not just competitors of other people in other companies, but remember, we all have our own individual business. So you want to make sure that you are separating yourself from everybody else when you're marketing. It's just going to give you much better results. You want to being more creative attracts leads and generates new sales. That's a fact. If you're being more creative and being more unique, and the best way to be unique is to be yourself. Promote who you are, because there's nobody else on the planet like you. You are who you are, and nobody can copy you completely. And so therefore, your number one commodity or product is you. Okay? So creative will accelerate your brand recognition. Okay, you definitely want to listen to what that means, guys. You are a brand, and it's not TLC, it's not IOSOT, it's not NutriBurst, it's you. Okay, you are the brand that promotes those products. Okay, so when people hear your name, who do they affiliate that with? Okay, and if the answer is, well, they don't affiliate me with nothing, well, that's because you haven't built your brand yet. You haven't built that brand equity in letting people know who you are and what you represent. Okay. For example, when you think of, for example, Stormy, we all know she's affiliated with TLCs. Candace, myself, a lot of the other leaders that are out there as well. Okay. That's what you want to do, is build that brand. So how to be more creative? Well, you can get your inspiration from what's around you. Television, movies, your environment, driving down the highway. I get ideas, and Lanace and I, we get ideas for marketing all kinds of ways. We'll be driving down the highway. I see a billboard sign. I'm like, man, that's a pretty cool ad. Sometimes I'll take a picture of it, and I'll come back home, and then I'll recreate something along that same line of whatever that billboard was or whatever that commercial was. Like, a lot of videos I make are typically ideas that I've seen on television, a lot of effects and different things that you see me doing videos, the things that I've seen other places, in movies, television shows, reality shows, news, newspapers, magazines, whatever. Okay, I use what's around me to help me to become more creative, and then I look at that information, and it just helps me it gives me the ideas, it gives me the inspiration to be creative. And I also look at other marketers, okay? I look at what they do as well, and that's where I get a lot of my ideas from. So these things look for things that inspire you, okay? So whatever, helps, whatever inspires you, whether it's in business or whatever inspired you to even join TLC, utilize those type of things. So what got you into business was videos. Well, maybe that's a hint on what you might need to do as well. Let me kind of touch on that just really quick. It's really funny, guys, how a lot of times I see a lot of people, they get in a lot of different businesses, a lot of different companies, and like you say, for example, they were on YouTube, they saw some company that they wanted to join, and they did a lot of research around it, and check this out, check that person out, check this out, and then they get into the business. Then when they get into the business, they want to do something totally different. And then the results that they're getting aren't the ones that they want in their business, and they're wondering why they're not getting those results. And a lot of times I ask the question to them, I said, well, what made you get into the business? Well, I kept saying, I did, and a lot of times it's videos. And I saw a lot of videos, whatever. I said, well, why aren't you doing videos then? If that's what sold you, wouldn't you think that would just be smart for people will probably want to buy from you if you did videos as well? Okay? That's what inspires me. So look at what inspired you to get involved, and sometimes you could just flip that and provide that same type of content or medium that made you get into the business. Again, TVs, movies help us. Music videos, I get a lot of ideas out of music videos. So that's just marketing, guys. And marketing a product, a song, an artist, right? It's marketing. Okay, I look at a lot of that stuff as well. News, pop culture, whatever's going on in pop culture that you can leverage to give you that creativity in regards of your marketing efforts. Okay, and then of course other marketers. The best, I should have put a little parenthesis, cheat sheet, because You wanna know how to market more effectively. Look at what other effective marketers are doing on their Facebook page, on their Instagram, on their Twitter, on whatever, and duplicate it. Say, hey, I see him. He's doing a post every, at least 2 or 3 posts a day, or he's doing. When I see some of his posts, he's saying this. He's doing things like this. You know what? Maybe I need to do some things like that in my status updates, and maybe I'll get 300 likes or 600 comments on my post as well. So those are some of the things that you want to look at, guys. All right, creative sales copy. The purpose of what you write is to get your prospects to engage. What I see a lot of you guys in terms of just in marketing in general is a lot of times I just see commercials. For example, I'm just going to relate it to TLC. ISOT, #1 tea on the planet, helps detox your body and helps you to lose weight. Comes with 26 different, 26 different benefits that help you, do this and do that. 9, herbal, organic, ingredients, tied into the tea. Blah 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 blah. It's just a big long fact sheet. That's what I'm seeing a lot of posts on Facebook as well. All right. Those really don't sell. It's just telling facts. What sells better is telling stories. So a lot of you are using those stories because I see the before and afters and congratulating people losing weight and getting healthier or whatever. Those are perfect. Continue to do those because those make a statement and they tell a story to get people to listen. So your sales copy is really key. What is sales copy? Is basically what you write to get somebody to engage on your status update or your ad. Okay, and the key word, engage. You want them to respond. You want them to like. You want them to comment. You want them to call. You want them to take action. And so you want to write things that's going to make them take an action. Okay, a lot of posts I do sometimes I'll put comment below because I want them to comment, right, and give them a real good strong call to action. Let me kind of speed this up here really quick, guys. All right, don't be spammy, guys. I mean, I kind of talked a little bit about that. I kind of gave you that example of just giving a lot of facts. That really doesn't really help you that well. For example, you see a lot of spam stuff. Turn $10 into $10,000 in 2 weeks. It's spammy. Okay, I'm probably not going to click on that. Okay, get 50% off your shoe polish for life. That's another spammy type of, another spammy type of ad that people will write based off of whatever kind of product that they're using. So you want to sound real and interesting. Okay, keyword you, not your product. You want to sound interesting. And what helps, I guess, marketing is basically, guys, you want people to want to know more about what you're doing before the ad does it for them. Okay, you're the ad in the beginning. Okay, it's you is what they're seeing first. So give your story. You can talk about products of the day. The cool thing about TLC is that we have so many products. You can do a product of the day. Here's a product of the day, Chaga. You can talk about NutriBurst. Here, product of the day. The product of today, guys, is NutriBurst. You can talk about my friend's been using this, or I've been using this product, blah blah blah. You can kind of do a video around it. Just some different creative ways that you can use to help build your business when you're using online marketing. Guys, and again, it's not about just having fun. It's not about just getting people to sell. It's getting people to engage with you and to set up yourself as the expert. Okay, creative images are really, really key. Images about your before and after pictures, images of you working on your computer, images of you out and about, sharing the story about TLC, just images about anything. You can relate images about anything. You can put images of washing, you washing the clothes, you're washing your clothes or washing dishes or whatever. You can mop, you can have an image of you mopping your floor and put at the top of the page, hey, I'm just mopping up leads like crazy and mopping up sales with this TLC business. So and guys, I'm just saying this random off my head here. All right, and really the point I'm trying to make is You can take anything in real life and turn it into a marketing piece. Okay, marketing is all about creating connections with people's emotion. Okay, we buy things on emotion. Most of us buy things on emotion. It's not just the facts about that item of whatever it is. It's typically an emotional, connection there with that particular product, service, or whatever that you want is the reason why you're purchasing it. And that's why you want to market yourself, because you and what you're doing can help elicit emotional reactions to make people take action on things. Okay, so just kind of remember those things, guys. So images tell a powerful story. Pictures of objects increases your social media engagement. Pictures of you increases the engagement and builds your brand. Okay, really quick. Matter of fact, Candace, I know you're on. I don't know if you're on a call or anything at the moment at the same time, but I know you've done a lot of that as well. Do you have any insight, if you're actually listening at the moment, that you could give people some ideas on what you've been able to do over the past several months with a lot of the images and pictures and stuff that you've been using?
Absolutely. Can you hear me, Steve?
Yep, loud and clear.
What I've mainly been doing is I took a lot of what I've learned from you and Lanacia. Just like you said, pictures of your everyday life. For one thing, guys, it has helped people get to know me. It's always nice when you're sharing a picture of yourself or your family doing something, so then they can kind of relate to you. Plus, it helps build your brand, just like Steve said, because you can post pictures up of Kermit the Frog all day long, but Kermit the Frog is not building your brand. So I have just, Steve, you've seen some of the crazy pictures that I've done where it's just like crazy facial expressions, and I'll say, have you seen this paycheck? Did you see this paycheck this week, or something crazy like that? And it creates so much more engagement because people will laugh and joke about it for one. They'll inbox you for two, kind of like, Candace, what kind of paycheck did you get? You know what I mean? So it's kind of, I get a lot more engagement from a photo that is of me doing something, driving, talking on the phone, anything like that, than what I would putting up a cartoon character.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, it helps people to, I guess, relate to you because they see you as someone like them, and someone that has husband, kids, responsibilities, got to go to the grocery store, got to do all the things that we all do. And so the better you become at doing that, guys, the better your results. Okay, but key word, I want everybody to write this down. You got to be consistently doing it, though. You can't just do it on Tuesday, then don't do it on Wednesday or Thursday or Friday or Saturday, and then you do it again and maybe another couple weeks later down the road. You got to let people know who you are. Okay, so if you want to get a lot of sign-ups, I mean, tons and tons, the Lanacia and I, we've signed up thousands of people. I don't even have a number. And I know Candace has signed up a lot of people as well. Hundreds even just in TLC. Okay? And here's the thing. Those people came to her. Those people have come to us because of the brand that we built online. And that's ultimately what you want to do. So for those that are looking at, say, hey, I want to be more effective with internet marketing. I want to be like the Candace Bird Davis. I want to be like the Steve Rachel. I want to be like some of the other top leaders out there in TLC that are marketing online and having huge success. Well, if you're going to do that, and if that's you, that's great. But there's going to be some fundamental things that you're going to have to do to make that possible. And then it's just a choice. If you choose to do it, great. If you don't choose to do it, you're going to continue to stay down that path of results that you're getting right now unless you're doing other strategies. Okay? So if you're wanting more internet marketing success, there's just a few things that you want to do. So let me run through this real quick because we've got a few things we want to talk about as well. All right. Just kind of skipping over here. How to make creative pics, PowerPoint. I use PowerPoint to make pictures, images a lot. A lot of you guys have PowerPoint. Photoshop, of course. You can take your images, you can put text and stuff on it, and that's what I mean, guys. Like if you got a picture of you, outside, you had a barbecue with some family one day, and then someone took a shot of you, sitting on a lawn chair or something. And you want to use that for some kind of marketing. Well, you can take that image and put, you can put text on it. You can put some nice little cool filters on it. Those are some of the different tools that I use. Of course, PowerPoint gives you that ability to do that. Photoshop, of course, gives you everything that you can do in regards of images. Pixlr.com, write that down, Pixlr.com. Okay, that's a really cool, quick way to we can put some really cool filters and effects, all kinds of cool things on any image that you have. Okay, so if you want to kind of make it your basic plain images maybe pop a little bit better, you can use that. Of course, there's Photo Funny. That's actually really cool when there allows you to do some really. You've seen some of those images that I've done, to where I put images on like newspapers and magazines, and or images on newspapers and magazines and stuff like that. So it's really cool. So check that out. So again, Pixlr, Photo Funny, just to name a few. There's a lot more out there. You can just Google image effects, and you'll see a lot of different, free websites and even services and even products that you can use in regards to that. Creative videos, guys. I'm really big on videos. Making videos is the fastest way to build your brand and start attracting people to you and your business. I haven't seen any other way that can help build your brand faster online than videos. It's not the only way that you can build your brand, but in my experience and Lanacy and I's experience, and now even Candace's experience, initially videos can help accelerate your brand overnight, just about. Because I know, Candace, we did it in the beginning with what? Webinars. Guess what, guys? Webinars, that's a video. Okay? They definitely do work. Okay? And then, again, there's other ways that you can build your brand from some of the basic things that I know that can fit anybody's budget. Anybody can make a video these days. It's just really, really simple because of technology. It's all on our phones. You can even take, I've seen these watches, guys. You can take video with your watches now. I mean, it's just, you can do videos with anything, okay? And so the technology has made it really easy for everybody on this webinar to be a filmmaker, okay? Equipment and software, of course, your cell phone, tablet, webcam, camcorder or camera, your GoPro or action cam. I pretty much got all these. You don't need to have all these. You don't need to go out and buy a whole lot of stuff if you're on a budget. The best camera that you have, the best camera that you'll need is the one that you have. So if you got a cell phone, that's all you got, great. You can make great looking videos with your cell phone or tablet or webcam, okay? And as you're making more money in TLC, you can always scale up. You want to get you a different kind of camcorder or a GoPro camera or whatever. You can scale up and do that stuff later. But the best camera that you should have right now is your cell phone. Okay, you don't have to go to Best Buy and, well, I got to spend another $200-300 on the camera. Nope, no, you don't. Use your phone. Okay, and if you don't have a phone, go get one. If you don't have a tablet, you don't really need a tablet. All you really need is your cell phone right now. That'll help. All right. Some of the software I use, you got Windows Movie Maker, free, doesn't cost anything. Final Cut Pro, which is for you Mac users out there. That's about $300. Pinnacle Studio, roughly about $40. They have different levels of Pinnacle. I pretty much started my whole thing with Pinnacle Studio in the beginning when I started making videos, and I just kind of graduated. Well, actually started with Windows Movie Maker first because it's free, comes with any Windows platform. Then I kind of moved to Pinnacle, and then from Pinnacle I went to Final Cut Pro and then beyond. All right, so but again, there's all kinds of softwares out there, not just these. There's all kinds of them out there. Cool video tricks, just really quick. Disruptive intro video. Kind of give you an example. Some of you guys probably saw the video that I did where I did a presentation about the TLC opportunity. In the beginning of it, you saw me saying, hey, I just hit the jackpot. That is a disruptive intro video. Facebook is what I call, or what they call, disruptive marketing. Why is that? Because there's a lot going on Facebook, so you're going to have to disrupt what somebody else is doing. Okay? or interrupt marketing, I guess you can call it as well. So those quick little videos, quick little intro of, hey, what's up, guys? Hey, you want to see how to make some really big money? Well, you need to check out this video. And then it'll go to whatever the content is. Excuse me. That's what you call a disruptive intro. All right, Intro Champ is a really good place to make some really cool intro videos. Introchamp.com. Write that down. Really good website there. You can get some really cool intros. I think like $5. And they're like instant once you set it up. Really, really cool. iVipid.com is another cool one that I use from periodically. Really cool movie-related type of intros. You'll see what I'm talking about when you get there. FlixPress is another great one. I kind of started off with that one several years back until I found some of the other ones out there. Really cool stuff. I've done some things with FlixPress as well. You can get different types of rigs and tripods and stuff. You can go to Best Buy for all that stuff as well. And what to say in your video, your very first video. I'm going to run through this really quick, guys. Again, you can watch the replay. So if you want to make a quick video, guys, don't know what to say in your first video, this is what you can say is who you are, where you live, a question, okay? You wanna basically ask a question like, have you been looking for a real way to finally make some money online? Or are you looking for a realistic way on how to lose weight without having to work out? Some kind of question, okay? Then I'm so excited about what I just came across today, guys. This Total Life Changes Business is amazing, and this is the reason why I joined. Okay, then you go over that, and let's see, people are having a lot of results. So people are losing weight, people are making money, people are rushing, people are selling out of their product. Okay, so just kind of giving an example of what's happening since you've been in the business. And I plan on losing 15 pounds over the next 30 days. I plan on making at least, $1,000 over the next 30 days. I plan on ... whatever it is that you want to do. Okay, whatever your goal is. Okay, then give a strong call to action. Call to action basically means, hey, you're going to see a link right below this video. Click on that link. That'll take you to my website to where you can go ahead, check everything out, go ahead and get started as well. Whatever your call to action, whatever you want that viewer to do because of that video that you make, that's your call to action. Give a strong call to action. So who you are, where you live. Why do I put where you live? I don't mean don't give them your address. Just say, hey, I live here in Las Vegas, Nevada, or I live in wherever, Sacramento, California. I live in New York, New York. Just let them know, because people watching your video, if they live in that city or that area, you've automatically made a connection with them because you guys live in the same city. So they'll probably listen to what you have to say because you might be right down the block from them. Okay, so you do that. Give a question. Ask a question, whether it's something about the products of TLC or whether it's about the opportunity, whatever angle you're going at in that particular video. Okay, and then why you're so excited about it, and then why you joined. Okay, and then people are getting results with whatever, then I plan on then call to action. Okay, and again, guys, I kind of ran through that really quick, but we got a few other things to cover, but you can watch the replay and you can see that as well. That's a really good video right there. And then promote your videos. Okay, let people know who you are. Okay, and that will make a huge difference in helping you to start building that brand, which is what a lot of us are doing, and you'll see a lot of great differences, a lot of big differences in your business from building your brand. So, Candace, that's all I wanted to go over really quick today. But I know we were talking earlier. I know there's a few other things that you wanted to cover as well. The floor is yours.
All right. Can you guys hear me?
Loud and clear.
Awesome. Hey, guys, fired up and excited to get on this training today. I know I called Steve earlier. I was like, look, on our training today, I have a couple things that I want to talk about. So one of the main things, I was out in Richmond last night with Miss Stormy Wellington. We had an event out in Richmond. And during one of the trainings, I spoke to a lot of the IBOs about a few things. One of the things, team, is we talk about this on every webinar. I know the last 2 trainings, I wasn't on them because I was out of town, but I do know I watched them. Stephen Lanacia spoke to you guys about them. I'm just going to reiterate it. Please, 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 you cannot inbox us about your tea because we have no clue where your tea is. You know, we're waiting on product just like you guys are. And, you know, with myself, Stephen, a lot of other people in the company, guys, you know, we hit ranks without tea. I hit director without tea. I hit executive without tea. I hit regional. I hit national. Steve, same way. Lanacia, same way. So, you know, you always hear me say you can make excuses or you can make money, but you can't make both. And that's true, guys, because, you know, yes, the tea is delayed in getting to us. But in speaking with a couple of the other leaders, come mid-April, that's not going to be the case anymore. So then what is your excuse going to be? Because here's the thing. Even though you're waiting on tea to sell, you can start pre-selling your tea as long as you're setting that expectation that, you know, hey, Steve, you know, I have the IASO tea, the skin tea coming in. It's going to be here in about 2 weeks. I'm taking pre-orders for it because you already know how much of a high demand it is. It's $15 a pack. I have about 20 packs left. I want to know, do you want to pay and reserve your 2 packs so when they come in, you will already have them? So if you're setting the expectation when you're pre-selling them and not letting people think that you have them right now, you're not going to have a problem. Steve knows this. We had a conversation about it earlier, guys. I have $7,800 in product on the way that I've been pre-selling. People know that it's been 3 weeks since I placed my order. It's coming. And they want to pre-sell it, they want to pre-buy it so that they will have it when my order comes in. Because they already know when your tea comes in, because it's in such a high demand, guys, it's going to sell out like nothing. So I'm pre-selling it now, collecting the money now, keeping a list of everybody that has already paid me so that I know when their tea comes in, their tea is being sent. As I'm collecting the money, I'm placing another order to replenish what is already on the way. So, you know, I have a lot of team members who are just like, hey, Candace, you know, I ordered my tea 2 weeks ago. It's not here. How do I start my business? Simple and easy. You're going to start it just like this. You know how on the Getting Started call, for those of you guys who have listened to Stormy's Getting Started call, she tells you to build a list of 50 customers. Call your customer. Bobby said yes. Call your customers up. Hey, Steve, you know, it's Candace. I just wanted to give you a call because I started with this company called Total Life Changes with the Skin Tea Movement. Have you saw that tea online, the Lose 5 Pounds in 5 Days tea? Steve's going to say, oh, yeah, you know, I saw it somewhere. Okay, good. Listen, I ordered my supplies. They're getting ready to come in. They'll be in here in about 21 days, roughly 30 days. Now, they're $15 a pack. I only have 3 or 4 packs left from my original order. I just wanted to know, did you want them? He already knows if you got 4 packs left, $15 a pack, I'm going to shoot you $60 because I want tea, and I know your tea's getting ready to come in. If I order from somebody else, I probably got to wait 3-4 weeks for theirs to come in. So if I know yours is coming in, I'm going to place it from you. So guys, don't sit there and make an excuse that you don't have your tea yet so you can't build your business. When we all got in, when Steve got in, he started building instantly. We didn't have no product. You don't get your tea in 24 hours. So the day he joined, he was working his business. He didn't wait for the tea. Neither did we. So please, guys, you know, I'm not trying to be rude whenever you get in my inbox and ask me for your tea. And I tell you, hey, guys, I don't know what to tell you. I'm waiting for my tea just like you. It's because we are. You know, we don't have a magic wand that we can wave and make your tea magically appear. I wish I could, believe me, I really, really do. But think about it this way. When your tea comes and when this manufacturing speeds up, can you imagine how much faster your business is going to run then if you've already set the foundation now? If you're waiting to lay the concrete, when that tea picks up, people are already in the business. So why don't you start laying your concrete now and building your foundation now? So then when the tea speeds up, the walls go up faster. Your empire is building faster then. So get that foundation set now. The other thing is Steve was talking about social media posting. You know, we post for profits. A lot of people say, you know, how are you building your business? Steve knows this. The majority of my organization has been built online. Yes, I may have hit the rank of national director, but Steve knows this, Lanacia knows this. My organization was built online. I think I maybe had 3 or 4 people from my previous company join me over here in the beginning. So I started at ground zero just like you guys did. I started at ground zero. There was nothing spectacular that I did besides work my business, share my testimonies, and post for profit. And when I say post for profit, every Facebook post, I made sure I was strategically posting something to keep people inquiring as to what I did. Early on, Steve and Lanacia have been mentoring me for over a year. Early on, I was one of those ones who I would go to Facebook and I would throw up on you with information. I mean, literally like throw up on you with everything. Just like Steve had said, you know, hey, I'm with Total Life Changes called IASO Tea, the skin tea movement. We have a lose 5 pounds in 5 days tea. It's $15 a pack. It helps detoxify your body, speed up your metabolism, blah, 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 all in one post. Here's the thing. They taught me that curiosity kills the cat. So if you want to make a killer close, keep them curious. You know, have them say, hey, you know, Sam, what's that you're posting about? You just posted up a testimony that says, you know, my business partner, Candace Bird Davis, lost 14 pounds in 12 days. How did she do it? You know, post up a testimony that just says, I want to congratulate my business partner, Terrence Crawford, for losing 10 pounds in 20 days. If you're interested in knowing how he did it, inbox me. Mm-hmm. Simple as that, because then they want to know, how did Terrence do it? Okay, now I'm going to inbox Steve because I want to say, hey, Steve, I want to lose 10 pounds. How'd Terrence do it? Because however he did it, I want to do it. Or if you put something up that just says, I'm trying to think, my business partner, Brandy Allen, she was able to lose 26 pounds in 22 days. If you're interested in having a fast weight loss, inbox me. Let me tell you how. Tell them to inbox you. Or matter of fact, tell them like this post, comment on it, and then inbox me. Because it's all about the Facebook algorithm. Steve taught me that. If they like your post because they like what they saw, then they're going to comment on it and inbox you. So they're going to like it and comment. It's going to move your post back up to the top of the news feed. And here's the thing, guys. When they like it or they comment on it, wait a few minutes and comment back. Because if you wait 5 minutes, it moves back down to the bottom of the news feed. When you comment on it again, guess what happens? It throws it right back up to the top so all of your Facebook friends can see it again. So it's just constantly in their face. Like bam, bam, bam. Terrence lost weight, bam. Brandy lost weight, bam. Okay, I see everybody comment wanting to know how they did it. Well, I want to know how to do it too. So if that makes sense, go ahead and comment yes in the chat box so I know that that makes sense to you guys. Another thing is, it makes a lot of sense, but another thing is, guys, with your posts, you know, they always say it takes 7 points of contact for somebody to say yes to something. And I mean, that is true, because for those of you guys who know me, you know that I come from an insurance background. So it takes 7 points of contact in the insurance industry for somebody to agree that they need a life policy. Well, it's the same thing in this industry. We're in sales, just like insurance is sales. It's going to take some people 7 points of contact for them to reach out to Dejan and say, yes, I need that product. So with that being said, when you guys are posting, don't think that one post a day is going to do it. I didn't build what I have with one post a day. Steve didn't become this renowned network marketer by putting one post up a day. What you're going to have to do is make sure when you're posting, you're being consistent, but you're sharing value, you're not throwing up, and your consistency is allowing them to want to reach out to you. Because if you've thrown up all this information, you gave them too much, they're going to Google, they're going to YouTube, they're going to find out everything else that they need on their own. And when they stumble across my YouTube video, they're going to call me and sign up with me because I gave them the extra information. Make them reach out to you. They don't have to reach out to me. They don't have to reach out to Steve. Make them want to reach out to you. Also, in regards to, I'm sitting here looking at some of my notes. Whenever I said consistency, That can also include you guys staying engaged on that post that we were talking about. The likes, the comments. If you're posting in groups and somebody likes it or comments on it, go back and comment again. If they say, give me more info, go back and comment a few minutes later that says, hey, Steve, check your inbox. I sent you a message. Something simple like that. Or if somebody likes your post and you've noticed after like an hour it hasn't got any engagement, but I noticed Steve liked it an hour ago, I'm going to go and comment, hey, Steve and Rachel, thanks for liking my post, because it's going to move that post right back up to the top. So keep the engagement going on your post. If you notice your engagement is dying off, generate a new post. But keep them curious. Keep them curious, and I always say kiss it. Keep it simple, stupid. So I'm not calling you guys stupid, but keep it simple. Whenever you get too much going on that post, you lose a lot of engagement. And I noticed that, and I had to learn the hard way, because I'm telling you, I probably would have built bigger and I probably would have built faster early on in my prior company had I paid attention to the things that Stephen and Lanacia were telling me. And I thought, oh no, I know it all. I'm going to post how I want to post. Well, you're being told by people who are making a lot of money posting for profits what to do. The other thing that I wanted to talk about is, I'm not trying to be funny, but if I see on your Facebook page, I understand you own your Facebook page, but if I see on your personal Facebook page that you're posting, if I don't get my tea by such and such date, I'm quitting the company, you just got blacklisted from me, which means I'm going to put you on the unfriend and the block list. Not because you're choosing not to do the business, but because your post is now affecting my business. So you have to understand, with you being negative about your tea posts, that's affecting your business, because those viewers that are watching your page are sitting there saying, well, you know, Sam wants me to join the business, but the next day he's over here complaining about his business, so it must not be that perfect. Guys, you have to understand, we have the best business out there. We are pioneering an amazing movement, and there's going to be a couple bumps. There is going to be. But I'm telling you, if you weather the storm and learn to dance in the rain, you're going to appreciate that sunshine when this productivity picks up, when the manufacturing picks up. You're going to appreciate it, and you're going to love dancing in that sun then. So learn to dance a little bit in the rain, get through this storm, because truthfully, guys, I'm not worried about the product. I'm not worried about, I know it's coming. I absolutely know it's coming, so that's not a worry in my mind. And I love the fact that we have a product that's in high demand. Because you know what that means? When it's in high demand, guys, we are always going to be making money. What you have to worry about is when your product is no longer in demand and people don't want the product anymore, then you're not making any more money. So everybody wants to lose weight, everybody wants to feel great, and that's why the product is taking a while to manufacture and get to us. But here's what you fail to realize. You guys are pushing the tea. That tea is not our only product. Why don't you stop making the tea our flagship product and make, matter of fact, I'll show you guys. Hold on a second. Don't be looking at my drawer of tea now, because you ain't getting none. Okay, here's the thing. Yeah, they can't get no tea. I only got a couple packs left. But here's the thing, guys. Everybody wants to lose weight, but the tea is not our only product. You guys are sitting here focusing and fixated on the fact that we have a delay in tea, when really a lot of these people want the tea to lose weight. Some may want to detox, but have you asked them, seriously, when they inbox you about the tea, have you come up and you asked them, how much weight are you looking to lose? This is your business, guys. Yeah. Yes, you have to sell a product, but you want to do what is in the best interest of your customer. So how much weight are you looking to lose, Sam? Oh, I'm looking to lose 30 pounds. Sam, I know you're interested in the tea. And as I told you, it's going to take about 21 to 30 days to come in. But in the meantime, we have these two revolutionary products. One is called HCG. You've seen it on Dr. Oz. It's known for helping people lose up to 1.5 pounds to 2 pounds a day. Now, mind you, you do have a diet with this. But what I'm going to tell you, Sam, is after your third day on this, you don't even think about a diet anymore. What you do is it curbs your appetite, speeds up your metabolism. It exactly cuts your appetite off to where you don't even think about food. So while you're waiting for the tea, I would recommend this. But if you're looking for a more amplified weight loss, we have this new product that was just released called Resolution. If you think HCG is great, Resolution is like HCG on steroids. This product right here, Sam, will help people lose up to 3 pounds per day. My personal friend, my mentor, Miss Stormy Wellington, took this product for a period of 3 days and lost 9 pounds. That's the truth. That's a fact. So you share a testimony with the product. You let them know we have other products while you're waiting for your tea. Let me recommend something else that's going to get to you a little quicker. Guys, you just upsold. You sold a new product, Resolution, for $100. If you ordered it out of your back office, you got 100 volume points for it. And then to top it off, you made an extra $50 in commission. What are you doing? I mean, you have to look at the product line. I could understand if tea was our only product. It's not. It is not. So focus on finding out. You have to fact find. Find out what they're looking to do, what they're looking to accomplish. You want to build a strong customer, and that is giving them a product that they're looking for that particular type of result. If you have somebody who wants to lose 50 pounds, I wouldn't recommend just offering them tea. I would recommend offering them the tea, the Resolution, and the NutriBurst. Look, you just made a $20 commission on the NutriBurst, $50 commission on the Resolution, and then you made another $20, what am I selling them? Another $20 commission on the tea. You made $90 in commission.
Yep.
And 9 times out of 10, if that person wants to lose the weight and you explain to them how they can lose that 50 pounds using the Resolution, the tea, and the NutriBurst together, trust me, they'll spend the money. They will spend the money because guess what? We have a 100% money back guarantee. They're not happy, they send the unused portion back to the corporate office and get their money back. But you have got to learn how to work your business. Oh, I was reading somebody's chat. The other thing is, guys, in regards to, I was in the training yesterday, and if you don't already have this, Miss Wellington said it perfectly, the way you're building your business is you need to at least have your 2 uplines phone numbers. So that person who brought you into business and their sponsor. Reason being is because a lot of the times you guys will have a 3-way call. I may not be available, but my upline is Mr. Daryl Drake. Maybe he's available. Or Stephen may be your sponsor, and at the time he's on a 3-way call, but I'm available. So whoever you are, whoever your sponsors are, I want you to reach out to your immediate upline and get their upline's phone number as well. And just let them know you want to be in contact, you want to be engaged, you're ready to build this business, you have some 3 ways going on, this is what you want to do. And it's no problem, of course, as you guys know, if you're in my organization, my number's on my Facebook profile, everybody has my number. Same with Steven, his number is all over his YouTube, his Facebook, his website, it's everywhere. So, you know, make sure you are connecting with your upline, guys, because we want nothing more than for you to build and become successful and make a lot of money doing this. You know, it's not just about us. We made that commitment to help 1,000 families earn 6 figures, but if you aren't reaching out to us, we can't help you with that commitment. And you know, we always say that you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. And you're truly not. Because if you were in business by yourself, Steve, myself, Lanacia, we wouldn't be here on a training webinar trying to show you the ins and outs, what we did to eliminate failure in the company. You know, learn from our mistakes. You know, Steven and them hit regional record time. I hit regional record time. Do what we did to get there, not what you think is going to work. And when I say what we did, what I mean is like, are you plugging people into the group? Are you plugging people into the Getting Started call, the training webinars, the orientation webinar that we had? You got to give them the same tools that we're giving you. Because if you're signing somebody up in business and just letting them out there to hang, how do you expect them to grow if they've never been in the industry? They don't know about our opportunity calls, our Getting Started call, our orientation webinar, our trainings. They don't know about any of that. how do you expect them to grow and help you build your organization? Does that make sense to you guys? Okay, and the other thing that I wanted to talk about, and I think I forgot to write it down on the notes, so hold on, let me see. I got a couple notes written around here.
That's fine. Look at that. I wanted to just to piggyback on. I know when you were speaking about the initial posts being more consistent with it. You know, I just wanted to add, guys, is a reason why networks run commercials over and over and over again, because we're not always watching. Like right now, we're on this webinar, and I guarantee you there are some commercials playing right now on certain networks. Well, when we start watching TV again or whenever, that's when we'll see it, because they're always posting. So I guess you could say with TV, when you see a commercial, that's really like a status update from the network saying, hey, this is what this product is, this is what this, and typically those commercials are telling a story. So you want to pretend, think of yourself as a network, and every time you do a post as a commercial. You don't want your commercial just to show one time in a certain time spot every day. That's why it's always important to continue to keep adding more updates, letting people know what you're doing. It just makes all the difference in the world, and that's why you see a lot of us always posting and sharing and engaging and all that, because it's all about engagement, guys. That's what it's all about. And if you up your engagement, it's gonna up your paycheck. And so continue to do that, and you'll definitely see some big things. So back to you, Candace. I just wanted to share that.
The only other thing is, guys, know your products. Know your products, because here's the thing. You're going to run into somebody who throws up a Facebook post that says something as, I don't know, you start seeing crazy things anymore. You'll see somebody put up a post that says, oh my gosh, I have skin of a teenager. I'm so tired of these breakouts. You know how everybody tells you their whole life on Facebook. Mm-hmm. You need to get into the habit of not just focusing on your page and what you're posting. Read your news feeds. You would be surprised what people will tell you in their post. I had some girl who put up a post that said, went shopping for some summer clothes. Epic fail. Looks like I'm not a size 14 any longer. Guess what? I inboxed her. I said, hey, Maddie, I saw your post. I know that feeling all too well. Have you considered taking a look at the weight loss products that we have with Total Life Changes? My friend and business partner, Ms. Shauna Bryant, had lost 22 pounds in 21 days drinking our detox tea. Is that something that you've considered? Let it go. Let her answer you back.
Yep.
All I do is tell them, hey, I saw your post. Hey, Steve, how are you? Just want to let you know I was scrolling through my newsfeed and I saw your post about. I wanted to know, have you ever considered Total Life Changes and this particular product? Share a testimony with them. Let it go. Let them inbox you. Don't hound them no more. Because what's going to happen is Maddie's going to go shopping again next week, and she's going to realize that she's still not a size 14, and she's going to remember that I inboxed her about it. So she's going to come to me and ask me, Candace, tell me more. So pay attention to your news feed and what people are posting. I have picked up so many customers. I've picked up business partners doing that, IBOs, people who have posted up stuff like, I'm so tired of this second job. If I could only hit the Powerball. Well, I can't help you hit the Powerball, but I can help you get rid of your second job and be able to work from home for that second job. I can help you find a part-time income that can turn into a full-time income. So pay attention to the posts, connect with your uplines. To answer, I believe it was Letitia Taylor in regards to it, how do you get the info about joining your upline? If you go into your back office and you go into your profile, it's going to tell you who your upline is and who your sponsor is. When you click on that name, it's going to give you their phone number. So you're at least going to get your direct upline's number. You would have to go through them to get the upline above that. So log into your back office, click My Profile. It's going to show you who your sponsor is. Click on your sponsor's name, and it's going to give you their name, their phone number. So you can go ahead and reach out to them, find out who their upline is, and just explain to them, I'm new to the business. I joined you 2-3 weeks ago, whenever it was. Just wanted to connect with you to see if possible, if I have any 3-way calls, if I can utilize your services for that. And with that being said, I also wanted to see who your upline sponsor was so I can connect with them as well. So plug people in. Don't throw up too much information on them. Make sure that you are plugging them into everything that you're plugging into. Do the videos, guys. I've built a huge following on videos. I have people signing up with me literally, and I'm not joking with you, literally every day from a YouTube video that I did back in November. So like people are searching YouTube for total life changes. Get your videos out there. Give them a reason. Even if you're like Steve said, even if you're telling your story, get your video out there. Tell your story, why you joined, how it's been helping you financially, health-wise. You know, we're in a company that not only creates health, but we create wealth too. So share that story with them. I'm sitting here trying to. Oh, okay. We have a question about the garments being coming out. Stormy will be up in Detroit on April 2nd. She'll be visiting the corporate office then. Shortly after then, guys, we will see the garments pop into the back office. So everything's ready for us to go. It's just Mr. Fallon and the corporate office are focusing on the mad rush of you guys, you know, putting the stress on them about the tea. So they're trying to make sure they get the tea out and get the tea in order before they go ahead and introduce the garments. So that's what was sent to us in Richmond last night. The garments are ready. They're ready to be popped onto our website, ready for us to be ordering, but they've stopped that right now so that they can handle the customer service issue with the mad rush of calls that you guys are screaming about your tea. So if we can alleviate some of that, then our garments will be kicking off. For those of you guys who aren't aware, we do have a timeless age cream coming out, which is the age cream that you put, if you notice I have no makeup on, so if you put it underneath your eyes here, it's going to take the dark circles, and then if you notice the puffiness that I got, it will instantly look like Botox, like it'll smooth all of that out. And that literally happens within 2 minutes with the lasting results of 12 hours. So pretty awesome and amazing, but we have quite a few things launching out and our bathing suit line launching too, so stay tuned for that as well.
Wow. Awesome. Hey, I mean, we got a lot going on. I can tell you that much. I mean, we're definitely in the right place at the right time, guys. So Candace, hey, appreciate all that information. I guess we'll go ahead and wrap it up. Hey, guys, I mean, you heard it. We went over some really good information in terms of how to brand yourself online. Some key things to remember about, you know, the tea, of course. Guys, it's coming. Hey, again, you know, I would say this, guys, let corporate do their job. They're doing it very well. Based off of what we're giving them. I mean, we're actually doing a lot, and I know they're really working. You think we're working? I know they're really working. So so let's give them give them the time so they can get what they need to get done every day. And when it comes to calling corporate, I know some of you are complaining that when you call you never can get through. Well, it's because there's just so many people calling. And I know Lanacia called them the other day. It took a few times to call. It took a little while. However, so if you have to call corporate, if it's something that maybe it's not even related to tea orders, maybe something about your account or somebody on your team or whatever, just take out some time out of your day when you know that you can get on the phone and just kind of keep calling for an hour or so. Because remember, guys, it's not about you. It's nothing personal toward you. It's just they're getting so many calls right now, guys, and they can only handle that line can only handle so much. I know they spoke of. I know they're transferring into a T1 line. It's a little bit of my background. T1 line means it's a high bandwidth phone line, guys. They have a current system. It can only hold so many lines. So some of you guys will call and say, "Well, I finally got through." Then they hung up. No, they didn't hang up. Just the line can only hold so many live calls at a certain period of time. So when they get that transferred over, they won't have that issue no more. It's kind of like going from dial-up internet service to high-speed internet. That's basically the best analogy of what that means, guys. It's like going from dial-up to high-speed internet. So when they get that all changed over, guess what? Everything will be straight. And then when you call, all the calls will go through. So again, guys, these are the growing pains of a business that's just going through a lot of massive growth right now. So expect that, and we're in at the right time. I've never been involved in a business that was going through these changes. Normally, when I got involved in a business, they had already went through all those issues. And now, but it was almost kind of like too late, you know, because you hear people talking, yeah, I remember when we couldn't bring nobody in, and now these people are making 50, 60, $100,000 a month, but they were there in the beginning when they was going through all those issues. That's where we're at right now. So again, guys, stay positive, consistently stay positive, even on Facebook, and I'm telling you guys, it'll make a big difference in your business. So with that said, guys, I'm done. I'm going to wrap it up. Nacy, Candace, anything to add while we close out?
The only thing that I want to add is we had a question in here, guys. For those of you guys who are planning on going to our national event, which is what you should definitely do, our national event is being held in Atlanta, July 17th and 18th. Tickets are on sale. You need to grab those as soon as possible because, Steve, you know, with the beautiful U-Tour in Houston, that event sold out. Yep. So make sure you grab those. For those of you guys who are not aware, the website is TLC Hotlanta.event.com. So TLC Hotlanta.event.com. That'll take you to the event page where you can go ahead and order the event tickets. You can look and see what's going on. We have so many amazing things that'll be going on that weekend. The entire team will be there. Of course, there's going to be recognition. So you want to make sure you drive for executive and above so you can be recognized at the event. You also want to make the drive for regional and above so that you can hit Cancun with us in October, because I'm going to be in Cancun. Steve, Lanacia, Mr. Drake, Miss Stormy Wellington, Miss Pam McCrae, everybody is going to be in Cancun at the expense of TLC. But the question is, do you want to go regional or above? So I know I want to see you guys there. I want to see you walking across the stage in Atlanta. I want to see you getting recognized for all the great things that you guys are doing. And then to top it off, let's start the winter off with a nice weekend in Cancun. Nothing but beach, sand, and a drink in your hand. So I'm ready for it. I'm ready.
I love it. I love it. Can't wait. That's going to be fun. I can't wait for that. So with that said, guys, we're going to wrap it up. This webinar will be put in the group here shortly once it actually publishes on YouTube. So look for that here in a little bit. And hey, guys, with that,
before you wrap it up, somebody had asked about phone numbers. If you don't mind, if I share a couple phone numbers and links for them.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, let me grab it real quick. Okay, guys, of course, every Sunday night, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, selfmadehangout.com is our training. I also have it up on my site as well, but selfmadehangout.com is Sunday night training, 6 p.m. Also, I have somebody who's asking about, there's a Skin Tea team training phone call for those of you guys who can't get on a webinar. That phone call is Monday night at 8 p.m. The number is 712-775-7085 with a PIN number of 608661. We also have an on-demand call. For those of you guys who have somebody who wants to hear the business but can't see one of the webinars or doesn't want to wait until the 10 o'clock opportunity call, they can dial 518-777-4064. That's 518-777-4064. For those of you guys who are new in the business and haven't heard the Getting Started call or watched our orientation video, the Getting Started call is 518-777-4062. Now, if you go to Steven's YouTube channel, so if you go to YouTube and you search Steve and Rachel, you're going to find a video that has a big photo plate on it that says orientation video. You can watch the orientation video where we did a step-by-step training of the back office, how to place people, how to change your profile, how to read your volume. But you have to get that off of Steve and Rachel's YouTube channel. You're going to find all of our training videos uploaded on there.
I'll post a playlist in the group again.
Okay.
This will all archived all the trainings in a playlist. So I'll post it in the group as soon as we hang up as well.
Perfect. Also, guys, we have the Wake Up and Win call with Miss Stormy Wellington, motivational call Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. That phone number is 559-726-1300 with a PIN number of 493824. That same phone number and same PIN number is our opportunity call, a live call every night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So those are the numbers. You have the Wake Up and Win call, the opportunity call. You have the on-demand call, the getting started call. You have the self-made hangout. And then on top of that, we also have our live webinar, opportunity webinar. And that is, oh my gosh, I got so many links going through my head, I can't even see. What's the link to that?
That's going to be I got so many links on my head too. It's contagious.
Skin webinars, right?
SkinNT webinars.com. That's it.
Okay, so skin, SKINNTEA, webinars.com. So skin tea like the movement, skintwebinars.com. Sorry guys, we have so many links, so many numbers going through our head on a daily basis. People asking us to read volume, read this, what's this link, what's that phone number. That's why, look guys, I kid you not, I have the Skin Tea presentation flip book that I have to keep by my desk so that I have all the information about the company, the phone numbers, everything in regards to our movement, our webinars, our links, everything. But Stephen put the link up in our chat. When this webinar ends, that's going to go away. So make sure you click that link so it opens up another screen for you when this webinar ends so you can copy, paste it, write it down, put it on a Post-it note beside your desk, whatever you need to do. This video is recorded too, so if you need to go back and listen to it just to get the phone numbers, please make sure you guys do that. But the only way you're going to be successful is if you're plugging your organization into everything we just gave you as well. If you're not plugging it in, if you're not putting in, you're not getting money out. So put them into everything that we're doing so that you can get money out as well. That's all I have to say.
Cool. Good stuff, as usual. So guys, hey, we got it covered, guys. All we got to do is just plug in, and I'm telling you, you'll definitely see the results. So with that said, guys, we'll end it, and we'll see you guys next Sunday, same bat time, same bat channel. Have a great weekend, guys, or a great week, and we'll see you guys over the top. Peace out.
Bye, guys.